Let's take a trip back to July 16th, 1969, one of the most important days in human history. Apollo 11 was about to launch from Kennedy Space Center, and three astronauts, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins, were strapped in, ready for the ride of their lives. The goal? Something no one had ever done before: land humans on the moon and bring them back safely. The spacecraft they were sitting in was attached to a Saturn V rocket, a massive machine taller than a 36-story building, generating enough power to be seen from miles away. But when it launched, the excitement wasn't just at the Space Center. People from all over the world were glued to their TVs, cheering them and America on. It took 4 days to reach the moon. On July 19th, they finally made it into lunar orbit. That's when Armstrong and Aldrin climbed into the lunar module, Eagle, leaving Collins behind in orbit with the command module, Columbia. As Armstrong and Aldrin descended toward the moon, there was silence in mission control. And then, with just seconds left of fuel, Armstrong safely landed the Eagle on the moon's surface, the first human-made object to ever touch down there. Then, carefully, the moment everybody was waiting for. On July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong stepped out, carefully made his way down the ladder, and uttered those legendary words: "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Aldrin joined him soon later, and then the two of them spent a couple hours exploring this new world, collecting rocks, setting up experiments, and planting the American flag. Meanwhile, in orbit, Collins, all alone, was in the command module, making sure everything was ready for their return. He played an absolutely crucial role, and without him, they'd never have made it back. After spending about 21 hours on the moon, Armstrong and Aldrin returned to the lunar module, blasted off, and rejoined Collins in orbit. 4 days later, on July 24th, they splashed down safely in the Pacific Ocean. Mission accomplished. They had done it. A goal set by President Kennedy 8 years earlier was achieved. It wasn't just a win for NASA or the United States. It was a victory for all of humanity. Apollo 11 changed everything. It was proof that when we set our sights on something bigger than ourselves, we're capable of the seemingly impossible. We didn't just walk on the moon. We showed that our curiosity and determination have no bounds. And that's what made Apollo 11 such an incredible moment, not just in space exploration, but in the history of the world.